Hey guys, what's going on? This is Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to steal bases like a pro. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm on first base here, and this is a Little League field. This is not the full 90 feet dimensions, okay, so just bear with me. But the very first part in successfully stealing a bag like a pro is taking your lead, right? That's a very critical part, and it's a part that a lot of players mess up. I mean, at every single level besides professional baseball, even some college players, you see them take a lead improperly. So this is very, very important. Getting a good jump is important and all of that, but taking a lead is really the first step, all right? So rule number one, okay? We need to stay on the base until the pitcher gets his front or his back foot on the rubber, okay? Then at that point, then we can start to take our lead. Now you'll notice I don't actually have a base here, all right? But if there was a base here, I would be taking my lead off of the back corner of the base, and I'll explain the purpose of that in just a second. But we're gonna go over the footwork. So a lot of players will just kind of step out like this, and then they'll shuffle out, or some players you'll see, just kind of walk out like this. All right, you see some players get out here and they bring their feet together, you see a variety of different things from players, and really the proper way that I've been taught to take a lead is off the back corner of the base. And the footwork, it's pretty simple. It's right, left, right, and turn, okay? So that's the first three steps. If he picks over right now, my foot is still on the base. I can just get back, okay? Right, left. If he picks over, I can basically fall down and get back. Right, left, and then we want to turn because now we're getting to a distance where we could potentially get picked off, okay? So it's right, left, and then turn in towards the catcher. Then from there, you're sidestepping. Now it's important when you sidestep, you don't want your feet coming together like I showed earlier what some players do, okay? You want to keep your feet wide. It's step and replace, step and replace. And it's a slow process. It's not like this. I'm not getting my feet all tangled up or anything like that. It's not jumping around out there. It's a slow process, okay? So it would look more like this in full speed, okay? So he's on the rubber. I would go right, left, right, step, 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 and then maybe a half a step. Right there like that, and I'm ready to go. Now, your goal needs to be when you're a high school player, a college player, Little League, some leagues you can lead off, some you can't, but when you're in high school and college, your goal needs to be to get a lead that's anywhere from 10 to 12 feet, okay? You don't want a lead that I see a lot of players there, they got a lead like this, where they literally, if you don't have to dive back, if you can go back and get back like that with plenty of time, you're not playing the game the right way, and you're not giving your team the best chance to win, because you need to get off, you need to put pressure on that pitcher and on that catcher, okay? So you ideally want to get out to 10 to 12 feet. So that's how you take a lead. Now, why do we take a lead off the back corner of the base? Well, I'm going to act like I'm a first baseman here, all right? So right-handed first baseman, and the guy picks over, and I make the catch. If I take my lead off the front of the base here, that means I'm diving back at the front of the base as well. If he's diving back at the front of the base and I'm the first baseman, it's super easy to catch the throw and just apply the tag right there. But on the flip side, if I dive back, take my lead off the back corner of the base and dive back the back corner of the base, then he has to catch the ball here, and he has a longer distance to travel to then apply that tag. So, it's a game of inches, it's a game of, milliseconds, and chances are you're going to be safer, you're going to be able to get a bigger lead if you take it off the back corner of the base, all right? All right, so now that we've taken our lead, then how do we actually steal a base, all right? So I'm in my ready position here. The very first thing that I want you to do that's instantly going to drop maybe 1/10 of a second off of your time to second base is I want you to drop your right foot just slightly, okay? So this is even. I want you to drop your right foot just slightly like this, okay? I can still get back. I can still move like this, but what that's going to do, I'm going to drop my back foot slightly, and I'm going to open it up a little bit, almost towards the shortstop, okay? And what that's really going to allow me to do is, instead of taking a first step like this, which is kind of a stutter step, just opening that foot, that's what you'd do if you were closed off like this, that would be your first step. We're just basically going to start in that position, so then our first step is instantly a crossover step. Look at how much more ground I gained from this, where I gained literally nothing to this. I mean, that's literally like a yard, and that's for sure gonna drop 1/10 of a second. So get your lead, okay? And this is something that the pitcher's not even really gonna notice. You're just gonna drop it a little bit, open it up, and you can do this even when you're not stealing bases so it doesn't look different or anything, but just open it up a little bit, and then our first step when we're ready to go has to be, boom, that crossover step, all right? When you do make the decision to go, you don't want to instantly pop up like this. You want to stay low to the ground. So I like to be pretty wide personally myself. Some guys like to be a little bit more in here. I like to be pretty wide. And my first step, I'm down like this, okay? My first step, explode and stay low. When you're stealing bags, it's all about getting a good jump. Your lead is very important. Staying low when you actually get your jump is very important, but getting a solid jump can a lot of the times be the difference from being out or safe, especially when you have a pitcher who's quick to the plate and you have a catcher that's a really good catch and throw guy that's gonna put a money throw with some velocity and some accuracy on it. So getting a good jump is very, very important. I'm just gonna talk to you briefly about what I personally look at, what I recommend you look at, because I feel like this is something that's not really taught. So if I were to walk over here to resemble some sort of a pitcher, all I look at for a right-handed pitcher, their back is towards you, all I look at is the back heel. So it would be their right heel, okay? So if you look at their back heel, if they're gonna come to first base and not balk, obviously their first move has to be their back heel. Sometimes pitchers will go like this. Sometimes they'll do it quicker and actually throw over, but if you watch their back heel, you're never gonna get picked off, okay? So that's really the only thing that I look at. I watch their back heel, okay? I watch it, and then if the front heel goes to the plate, that's when I can take off and get that good solid jump, okay? Righties are definitely easy. That's all you have to watch for. Don't pay attention to his head or his shoulders or anything else. Watch his back heel. Now lefties, if I'm a lefty, this is a little bit more difficult, okay? Because a lot of the time you'll see guys that are readers. They'll come up like this and read your movement, okay? And then they might pick over like this, or they might read you and then go to the plate. So lefties are a lot more difficult. A lot of the times, this is going to be communicated with your coaching staff, but a lot of the times you're going to be doing more of a one-way lead where you get out, but you're kind of leaning back towards first base. You're not really going anywhere, and you're just trying to see a move to first base. But if you're really trying to steal on a left-hander, a lot of the times it's really just first movement that you need to go on. So the lefty's like this, he's looking at the plate and looking back at you. A lot of the times, even if he's a reader, it's first movement and you got to go. It's kind of like a gamble there. You're hoping that he doesn't pick off in that particular situation. So in my personal opinion, much easier to steal off of right-handers. But these are some tips on how you can start stealing more bags like a pro. So thank you so much for watching. This is how to steal a bag like a pro. Hopefully these tips have helped you. What I want you to do, if you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. Get in the comment section below. Let me know what you want me to make future videos about. And as always, if you're not already, be sure to hit this button right here and subscribe to our channel. We're coming out with new baseball videos every single week. So if you're a serious player, you don't want to miss another video, then hit this subscribe button. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.